Today we're at Tugwa Secondary School in Avonmore, and with me is Dave Furlot, a certified member of the Joint Health and Safety Committee for the Upper Canada District School Board. Today we're going to be looking at welding and manufacturing shops, and Dave is going to be sharing his time and experiences in inspecting these shops.
Some of the things you want to start looking for right at the beginning are making sure you have proper eyeglasses on for your inspection, that there's signage, that there's access to a first aid kit, and the floor is free of obstruction or grease or oil which might cause a hazard. Also make sure that the shop emergency electrical power shutoff is easily accessible and not blocked. Here we see an example of a shop emergency electrical power shutoff which is not readily accessible. When inspecting a manufacturing shop, you want to make sure there's easily accessible and well-maintained gloves, an apron, hearing protection, masks, and a welding shield. These all help make a safe work environment for the employees. We also want to make sure in a manufacturing shop that raw materials are stored securely so they can't fall over and injure a worker. This would be an example of improperly stored raw material. This could fall over and injure somebody. It's in a footpath, someone could hit their head, and it's blocking electrical paneling behind. As you're walking around doing an inspection, keep an eye out for electrical cords that might need repair or replacement. An electrical cord such as this, which is missing a ground plug and has been taped up, is unsafe to use. It should be cut up and disposed of. When inspecting tools like this, it's important to make sure that the guard is in place and is either locked or tool tight to prevent access to spinning parts, which could result in injury to workers. Here we see an example of an obstructed footpath or walkway. This can easily be remedied by moving the hazard out of place, and it should be listed on your monthly inspections. When inspecting welding machines, some things to look for is the condition of the valves and the gauge at the top, making sure the cylinder is secured to the device, cords and hoses are in good condition, and the tools in general good repair. If you do come across gauges or valves with missing covers, they need to be repaired or replaced. When gas cylinders are not being used, they need to be stored vertically against a wall, held with a restraining chain with caps in place to protect the valves from damage. Welding screens are in place in automotive and manufacturing shops to protect the vision of workers around. This is an example of the welding screen, which is significantly damaged and it needs to be replaced. When welding is happening in a shop, it can create fumes which are a respiratory irritant. When welding is occurring in a shop, the hood fan must be on and in good repair to draw out the bad air. Another look for is to make sure that fire extinguishers are readily accessible and have been inspected monthly. If inspecting a chop saw, some things to look for are: is the tool in good repair, the condition of the blade, and is it positioned in such a way that sparks are not shot at other workers or flammable materials. When inspecting a bench grinder, we want to make sure that the electrical is in good condition, all guards are in place, and that the grinding wheel itself is no more than 3 millimeters away from the tool rest or the stage. This grinding wheel is more than 3 millimeters from the tool rest or the stage. It needs to be repaired, replaced, or adjusted. In the workplace, chemicals need to be stored in a chemical cabinet or a flammables container, not in a wood cabinet like this. If during your inspection you find a piece of equipment that you feel might be unsafe to use, contact your school's administration to have it locked out and tagged out. All technology shops are equipped with lockout tagout stations. All lockout devices must include a lock, a tag, and a locking device.